Welcome to the DY Prods channel. I'm your guy, DY Fly. What it do? Happy New Year. Hopefully your New Year's going well. Hopefully you haven't broken any New Year's resolutions so far. Even though we are just in day, 2 or 3 or something? I don't know. Time is moving so fast, but yeah, man. The decision has been made for 2K Say to sit Saquon Barkley. Nick Sirianni has made the decision to sit the starters. It is what it is. I'm cool. I was cool with the decision either way. I did want him to go for it. And you know, for me, it was never about him getting injured. For me, it was about rest. We haven't had a bye week since week 5, so you know we've been pushing the cart pretty hard, and I feel like we have created a bye. Back in the day, the number 2 seed used to get a bye. Now, since they've added the 7th seed or whatever, the number 2 seed, they don't get a bye anymore. So we have created our own bye. We don't need to play the starters. But on the other hand, everything has lined up perfectly for Saquon to go and break this record against his old team in Eagles Stadium in the Link. And it would have been great. It would have been poetic justice. But let's just hear what the guys have to say. We're just going to listen to Lane Johnson and Saquon Barkley. But honestly, I think it was an easy call. We're trying to bring a Lombardi to Philly, and but it was, for me, it was never about injury. It was about just resting up and getting ready for the playoffs. So let's just hear what they got to say.
Probably pretty bad. Probably pretty bad. It's not going to heal up overnight, but yeah, I mean, that's the reason why teams, strive for the number 1 seed to get the bye week, because it is huge. You get guys injured that maybe don't have the ability to play. You get an extra week, and now they have the ability to play. So, and even last year, AJ got hurt before we went to Tampa. So that's what you're looking at, as far as the Saquon situation. So,
let me tell you something. As a competitor and an athlete, well, a former athlete in my case, right? Because I don't play shit anymore. I never once took the field or the court thinking that I was going to get injured. I'm not even saying that's the last thing on the list that crossed my mind. I'm telling you, it was never on my mind. And I'm telling you, Lane Johnson, I'm about 99.999999999% that he's just using that to cement the fact that, they need rest. It's not about injury for them. I promise you. It's not about getting injured. Because if that's your mentality that, okay, I might get injured, you need to retire. And that's the fact of the matter. And that's actually why I stopped playing sports. Once I started thinking, oh man, what if something happens? I just stopped playing. So I promise you, it's not about injury. It's just that they need to rest. And if you asked him in private, he would tell you that. Guaranteed.
That's the way I see it. So,
what was the conversation like between you guys and Saquon, going into that decision?
It really wasn't our decision. It's really upstairs. So, we're ready to play if we had to, and if we didn't, we'll sit. So.
Did the coaches get your input since Sunday about that decision?
Yeah, obviously everybody would like to have the record, but you would also like to have the player for the playoff game and win a playoff game with him. So you can get greedy if you want to. This league will quickly humble you and put you back in place. Probably pretty bad.
All right. Well, there you have it from Lane's mouth. The offensive line, they've been banged up. in and out of the lineup, but I think once they saw 2,000 in their sights and they saw it was attainable, then I think they were good with that. But it's just it's just the way things played out. Let's listen to Saquon though and see what he has to say.
Reaction to finding out you're not going to play on Sunday?
Yeah, coach asked me, what I like to do. We had a conversation. He called me back, let me know that we're probably going to be resting. And my reaction was kind of like I told my family. Obviously, my family, probably wanted a little bit more than me. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is winning football games and winning the playoffs. So I got a big goal in mind.
What was your message to Nick when he did ask you?
I mean, he asked me if I wanted to play, if I want to go for it. I said on Sunday, I probably didn't care too much for it. When I slept on it, it was an opportunity to implant my name in football history. I may never get another opportunity like that again.
And I believe him on that. I do believe him. I believe that initially going into the game, he didn't care about the record, but then it's right there. It's right there. It's 100 yards away. This man is averaging God knows how many yards, way more than 100 yards, and it's against the Giants, the worst run defense in the league, or at least bottom 2 or something like that. So, like, he's feeling it. He wants to do it. Like, look, man, I broke a record back like when I was a kid at some basketball camp for most free throws made, right? And in my mind, I want to think that record is never going to be broken. Now, I'm sure somebody's broken it since, but this man, just to equate it, this man, he's about to go for the National Football League all-time rushing record. Yeah, he wants it. He wants it. I don't blame him. But it is what it is. Look, man, he's not used to all this winning. So, he had to kind of put things in perspective. He's like, what do I want? What do I want? Let's just rest up and try to go get this Lombardi. All right. We're gonna put the Green Bay Packers in the dirt, though. I promise you that.
I'm down, but at the end of the day, I don't care for putting the team at risk. He's the head coach for a reason. He makes those decisions, and whatever decision he wanted to make, I let him know if you want me to play it, I'm going to go out there and make sure I get it. And if we don't, I'm okay with that too.
You said he also talked to the line. What does it mean to you guys that your opinion mattered to coach?
Yeah. So there you have it. From the horse's mouth, Saquon, he wanted to go for it, but ultimately it was the coach's decision. I really think, I think they just wanted to gather everybody's opinion. I think they already made this decision as soon as we were done with the Cowboys. Like, no, we're not playing anymore this week. We're not playing next week. We're going to use next week as our own bye. We are created by. So that's all it is. I'm cool with it. I was cool with it either way. There have been some things that's popped up, which I'll talk about in the preview of the preview against the Giants, that I do want them to go for it. All right. But that's all I got. Yeah, man. 2K say he's broken 2,000. He's the 9th player in NFL history to do so. Congrats, salute, and yeah, let's make a run on the playoffs.
Nigga, you going to get down or you going to fucking lay down?